WDDH Radio. That was Deaf to the General Public.
What was the acronym, sir?
Deaf to the what? Oh yeah,
DTPG or something.
Yeah, it was like D2PG or some GP. Yeah, DTGP or some shit. Yeah, D to the GP.
But it was Deaf DEAF to
Deaf.
the general public.
Deaf to the general.
And that was on a I heard that shit through a compilation, Infiltrate.
Yeah,
that was on
Botánica
de Jíbaro.
Yep.
Which you later and Soloman had a relationship
and
with
Soarse,
them and released vinyl
and Mindshift. Everybody in Deaf to the General Public. Shift got signed as a producer through Climber on BDJ.
Oh, word?
I got Climber Downtown Loop. They put out Secondhand, so they put out 2 records on Botánica de Jíbaro. That was Mindshift.
I didn't know Shift produced on that.
Yeah, Mindshift and Tosh. That was a Climber. They were a production team.
Oh, it's true.
And Soarse did his shit on Botánica. Soloman did his shit on Botánica. So afterwards, everybody did their solo shit, their own endeavors on Botánica.
And that was also Mano Fria, an
Mano
artist.
Fria, that was a Beto Bodega. He did the Beto Bodega. They got a lot of fame through electronic music. And then he decided to do a hip-hop label, Botánica de Jíbaro, where had Evolver, which was Bernie from Mayday and Uday. And I was like the third illegitimate member of Evolver. I was on all of the records.
You were like an official member in Evolver.
Yeah, I was like in all of the records. I was like the Jerobi that actually did something.
Yeah, straight up.
I was the Jerobi that came in and ripped it, like the secret weapon of Evolver, maybe. You know, and I come in and rip a nasty ass verse for one EP or 2 verses on an EP and be out.
Don't even get me started on how Jerobi is the freaking nicest spitter on the last Tribe album.
He came ill.
He came. It made me wonder why did they not let him rhyme?
What the fuck happened this whole time?
Yo, straight up,
it's been a whole decade.
Q-Tip wrote this shit.
No. He picked up Fife's freaking notepad.
And going back to this track, this was at a time where it's real intellectual hip hop for the most part. You guys are really coming off, and you're young. At this stage of dropping this
I don't think I was able to even buy alcohol yet legally. I don't think I was even 21 yet. Yeah, when I left Pro Fresh Mansion, I don't even think I was 20. Even when I moved out,
I was about to say, we were drinking all the time.
We were drinking all the time because Soarse was older. He was able to, and you were a little older.
Yeah,
there's a few people that were right. We were right on the. I was right on the cusp of 21, but there was a lot of people older and younger, and we never had a problem with getting liquor. But yeah, this track, we talked about it while I was playing.
Well, it's Miami. I've been buying liquor since 14.
Correct. So. Since high school. We used to go to Gold Star and
but in Hialeah, they used to sell that shit to you in freaking in lunch and stuff.
Yeah, they would sell it to you.
It's a little different coming up in Hialeah.
It's Miami, definitely. So this track right here, we started Deaf to the General Public after Pro Fresh Crew kind of started doing their own thing, disbanded. And this was based off of the cast that almost kind of lived in the house of the Pro Fresh Mansion. We had the computer still, we had the beat still, and
Who did the beat?
DJ Maneuvers.
Okay,
and
I'll never forget, and this is a Soloman Spectrum story, dog. Freaking, we used to have Pro Fresh meetings once a week. And we used to come and we used to give each other homework, go back and write a verse because we wanted to come up with freaking written material.
We wanted to come with songs and shit.
We started performing already, so we wanted to have some songs. And Pro Fresh was made up of groups. It was me and Goblin as Mighty Mouths. Freaking Solo and Serum were mechanical mystics and stuff. Soarse was on a solo ship, but Maneuvers and Mindshift were doing their thing and stuff. And we wanted to come up with freaking, okay, let's make whole songs together. And I remember one meeting we came back, and nobody was coming back with their freaking verses or something.
That was when I got on some Hitler shit. I remember that. I was like, yo, fuck that. I was like, nah, but we gotta have it. Yeah. We gotta have our shit together.
I remember I was there like, yo, come on, we gotta do this shit. And somebody said, yo, I said we changed the name of the group to Deaf to the General Public.
No, that wasn't Deaf to the General Public. They just wanted to change the name of the group.
Was that it?
And we didn't have a name yet though, but I remember.
I sort of remember saying, what the fuck is a Deaf to the General Public?
No, it was something else because Deaf to the General Public we came with after Pro Fresh was over, because when Pro Fresh was over, first somebody wanted to say the Leftovers.
Get the
and we were going to call ourselves the Leftovers, so the Leftovers of Pro Fresh. And we're like, oh, that sounds like a stupid punk rock band. And then we named it Deaf to the General Public.
But
that sounds like a stupid punk rock band.
You know what's funny?
But it was dope.
Deaf to the General Public sounds like a punk rock band.
It does.
That's what I'm saying.
It's there's actually a punk rock band from Florida. I would say Dade. That's like something Authority fuck, man, the name escapes
Against
me.
All Authority.
Against All
and
Authority.
They do the AAA, like 3 anarchy
Yeah.
A's with a circle. In
Oh,
there.
yeah?
And it's funny
Yeah.
you say leftovers, because then there's the leftovers from Broward.
Yeah, I've heard of the
Detox,
leftovers, yeah.
Killer Bus, Fed
Yep.
Up.
Yep.
Them cats, man.
Killer Bus was part of Leftovers?
Absolutely,
Yeah?
bro. It was a 4-man crew.
No, it wasn't the leftovers. That's right. That's right. They ranked it because we were gonna call ourselves the Remainders.
The Remainders.
And niggas were cracking up like, yo, what is that? The fucking Temptations, nigga? Y'all niggas look like you're gonna wear blue suits and do doo-wop, nigga. The Remainders.
All I know is that
That shit was-
during that last meeting, I guess they came up with some name, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And Solo says, what the fuck is a Pro Fresh? And
Yeah.
dog, my heart shattered, dog. And I'm there like, fine then, dog, fine.
Fine, man. What the fuck is a Pro Fresh?
But my man was like, because Solo was just like, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit, dog. Let's just rhyme, dog. And he's like, nigga, what the fuck is a Pro Fresh?
So let me just ask this, because you guys ended up releasing this particular song. It was on the compilation Infiltrate, the first volume, I believe. And then you released vinyl.
This was the
under
single, the
group
official
name.
single. We made this song like in one night because Hip Hop Shop, Hip Hop Club or some shit. They were
With
trying
Black
to make a
Russian.
Yeah, they were
White
trying.
Russian.
They were trying to
White
make
Russian.
White
and the dark
Russian.
skin
White Russian.
and the dark skin marksman. They had MCs all based upon like their names.
They did not
White
have-
Russian, the dark skin marksman.
They did not have a dark skin
Yeah, the dark
marksman.
skin marksman. Yo, but whatever. Yo, they cool people. They always
Yo,
show mad
salute to fucking-
love to
to White
fucking
Russian,
real
man.
hip hop
Yeah,
and
they
the
did,
Miami
dog.
hip hop and the Pro Fresh crew. That's funny. You know the Hip Hop crew. On a side note, I remember at Polish American Club, I stood on the stage and I took them all out, all at once. You remember that? Like 10 niggas
fucking
came up
savage,
back to
dog.
back.
I remember we went over there to one of their meetings
That's
in
funny,
Matterhorn
yo.
one time and stuff. Yo, freaking dope shit. But
They're
go ahead.
cool.
So
They needed a track, so we needed to come up with some shit, and so we wrote it and recorded it within like 24 hours.
get at it.
And got it out, yeah, because they needed it, and it was some last minute shit, and it ended up becoming live as shit.
I'm going to ask this with all due respect, because it's a classic track. I love the track. But the moral of the story is that you got to tell your stories. Were you guys happy with that ending?
Yo, we thought that was the illest shit ever, and you know what? Honestly, to take
The
all
moral
of
of
the
the story
take
is
all,
you gotta
I
tell your
wasn't,
story.
I wasn't
Tell your
happy
story.
with it as
That's
a hip hop
all right.
fan. I was happy with everything else.
but you
And
know,
y'all left me here. And I
yeah,
was
you
just
know,
like,
at the
what
end of
the
at the end of the day, it was like the story that what a lot of us were going through. We left our cribs, we were rhyming, we were taking it seriously. I was doing the college thing, Solo was doing the college thing. And I think, like, yeah, you know, it may sound corny. I think at the end of the day, though, in our reality, in retrospect, as an adult, and what I know about the world and keeping shit to yourself, and keeping knowledge and information to yourself, yeah, humans need to fucking share their stories. And they definitely need to share who they are and share their knowledge, their information, their struggles. All of these things help to make the human concept like man sharpen man, like steel sharpen steel.
Word.
Let people not know they're isolated. Let people know that they ain't the only one doing it. There's a million motherfuckers going through the same shit you are. Share your story. Don't think it's like, you know what I mean? That it's something you're only going through. It actually, yeah, I actually like that end of that story, especially like now being 38 years old and being through the shit that I've been through in life.
Yeah.
And seeing life, you know, seeing life play out further than an innocent 20-year-old who didn't know shit. Definitely, I like that. And
Yeah,
Well, with that said, we're going to get into the next track.
this track is evil
Because
shit right here, nigga.
you and Soloman make up Mechanical Mystik. And this is one of my favorite tracks from y'all.